Today I'm standing in front of my son's Land Cruiser, or LX450 Lexus, which is basically the same. This is the Land Cruiser 80 series, and it's a really nice 4x4 truck, and actually it's very special for me because it brings lots of memories. As much as I like building camper vans, and as much as I like everything connected to the typical side and the typical aspects of van life, my heart has always been pretty much close to 4x4 vehicles, 4x4 trucks like this one. And actually, let me tell you a very interesting story which is strictly connected with this truck. So everything started around 20 years ago, maybe 21 years ago, when I bought my second, not my first, but my second 4x4 truck, and it was actually this exact model, which is the LX450. And at that time I didn't know much about this this sort of hobby, this sort of discipline. So the first 80 series Land Cruiser LX450 was my learning platform, where I could just try to take it apart and put it back together. And it was an important period in my life, and actually my daily job was making camper van conversions and working on the typical usual vans, while my free time was just hopping into my 4x4 and exploring Europe. At the time, our favorite destinations were Croatia, Albania, Greece, Montenegro, and more or less this area of Europe. And we could really explore absolute freedom. We could sleep on beaches. We could just do whatever we wanted, me, my wife, and our two little boys. And when I came to the United States, I left my 80 series in Poland, so I was strictly dedicated to converting vans, to making camper van conversions. And initially I thought it was a closed chapter for me, until my son bought this particular 80 series Land Cruiser. And this is when I started to feel kind of like a weird sensation inside. My son's journey was a pretty brief one. First, he bought himself a Silverado, and he didn't like the pickup. There was something wrong with it. I mean, not technically, mechanically wrong, but he just didn't like the way it looked, the way it worked. Then he bought a 100 series Land Cruiser, and it's a really nice platform, but he wanted something which was more primitive. Yeah, I would call it like a primitive vehicle. Very well engineered, but primitive and very user friendly. So his idea was probably to get the 80 series, which is what he did. And then he got obsessed with this particular truck. And this is when I started to feel like a little bit of envy. And I was like, should I buy one? Shouldn't I buy one? And this thought that just wasn't, I couldn't get it off my mind. So I eventually pulled the trigger, bit the bullet, and I bought myself another one of these. Let's go uphill, let's go up the slope, and I will show you my Land Cruiser. And basically the story is that the first day I bought it, I already started taking it apart and trying to make some modifications to it. So I took off the carpets, I put some sound deadening and new wheels, new tires. But then I realized that maybe it was a good idea, maybe it is a good idea, to share my journey with you and show you the modifications that I'm going to do to this particular truck. Because I simply think that it's a great opportunity to learn something, maybe to have some fun. And for me, it's also a great opportunity to, well, to share some knowledge along the way. So as you can see right now, it's a mess because I already took the seats, all the seats from the back. I bought new BMW seats, which you can see over here, plus a diesel heater, plus a new grill. Well, it's a total mess right now, but don't get deceived by what you see. This is going to be a beautiful machine. I just need to start working on it a little bit, and we're going to do it together. This is my plan for the nearest weeks or maybe months. And of course I will not abandon the Sprinter vans, because there's lots of things going on with regular camper van conversions, but I know that I will be partially obsessed when it comes to my Land Cruiser, so this content is going to be shared in between regular camper van conversions and 4x4 trucks. Actually, when it comes to converting a Sprinter or a Land Cruiser, it's mostly the same equipment, mostly the same strategy, and exactly the goal, the final goal is exactly the same, which is leaving your place and exploring nature. So please stay with me, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Thank you.